experiences that we have in our life shape who we are as people. I've had many experiences in my life that shaped me, and one of them is almost being stolen when I was a little girl. I was at my grandmother's 98th birthday, and we were playing outside of the restaurant. My cousin Caitlin thought that it would be a good idea to go behind the restaurant and play tag with my other cousin Megan. We crept around the backside and noticed that there was a truck sitting outside. My cousin, for some reason, thought that she knew the people inside of the truck, so she started walking towards the truck. I was the scaredy cat of the group, so I told her that it wasn't a good idea and that we should go back in. She didn't listen to me, of course, and as she got closer to the truck, the men jumped out of the truck and started chasing us. I ran back around the side of the restaurant, and as I looked back, all I could think about was the CSI song. I didn't see Megan or Caitlin, and I didn't know what happened to them, and I was really scared. I ran inside to my mom, and all I could remember seeing was a blur of people because I was crying. I remember looking up at the parents, telling them what had happened, telling them I didn't know where Caitlin and Megan were and that I was so scared. All I can remember is people laughing at me, and I didn't understand why they didn't believe me. Even today, I'm still scared that people don't believe me when I tell my story. But I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. Another experience that shaped me was a visit to the veterinarian. I'd planned to be a veterinarian my whole life, and I decided that I needed to job shadow one so that I could see if I really wanted to become a vet. When I got there, everything seemed perfect, and I thought I was just going to get to sit around all day and play with all the kittens and the dogs, and basically I thought it was going to be all white fluffy clouds all day long. But when I got into the back room, there was a whole different story. All of the cages were filled with animals that had needles sticking in them and had their hair shaved off, and it was horrific. The doctor asked me if I wanted to help him do a procedure on another animal. So of course I said yes, because I didn't want to appear to be scared. When I helped him, he was spaying a cat. She was very scared, and I thought that she wanted me to get her out of there, but I didn't want him to think that I couldn't complete my duties, so I just went along with it and followed him. I got to help put her to sleep, and we put gel in her eyes to keep her eyes from drying up when she was asleep. I couldn't watch as he made the incision into her stomach, but after that I thought I was okay, so I turned back around and saw him taking out her reproductive organs. The tissue looked bigger than what I expected it to be, so I asked him why he was taking out that tissue, what caused it to be so big, and he told me that it had kittens in it. I got really depressed, and he took me over to the sink and put the tissue in my hand and cut it open with a scalpel and pulled out a baby kitten. And he put it in my hand, and all I can remember is its little pink body moving around in my hand. He told me to not get excited because it was going to die soon because it didn't have the nutrition that it needed from its mother. And I remember crying because I just thought he just killed an innocent baby kitten that didn't do anything to him, and they paid him to do it. And from that time on, I just decided that I could not be a veterinarian anymore. I just wanted to help every animal that I could. Another experience that has shaped me is having a roommate in college. I've never had to share anything with anyone in my own personal space. Yes, I have brothers and sisters, but they didn't live in the same room as me, and I didn't have to share my food or my clothes or anything like that with them. However, she was used to that kind of thing, so she would just take my clothes and my food and not even ask and didn't care. At first, we hated each other. She could not stand how selfish I was, and I didn't think I was selfish. I just thought that it was my things and that she should ask if she wanted to use them. After about 2 months, we started talking and worked it out, and we became best friends. And now we're better than ever. She's my best friend, and I love her like a sister, and I would never change anything about my situation. All of these experiences have shaped who I am as a person, and I'm glad to have these experiences, because without them, I wouldn't be who I am today.